special guest for you next. He's rich in finance, and he's also going to be rich in comedy. Very, very funny man. We absolutely adore him, Mr. KennyG!
How we doing, finance freaks? All right, let's get ready here. Listen, before I start, I have to inform you I am licensed to sell financial products in all 50 states, and I am summa cum laude from Trump University. Whoa, whoa, you got a problem with that? There's a glass wall back there, and go sit behind it. You know, it's not easy working in finance anymore these days. They're just making it more difficult. Last month, they came out with a new rule that starting next year, every time I talk to my clients, I have to tell them the truth. Unbelievable, right? I mean, the rule really says that we have to put I have to put my clients' needs first, before mine. First comes my Hampton House and BMW payments, my wife Barry's boot camp classes, my girlfriend's boob job, very important, my pot dealer, my backup pot dealer, and then my clients. They tell us we have to speak to clients in a simple language that they can understand. I'm practicing. So instead of saying, you need to diversify your holdings, I say, I have no fucking clue what to invest in. And instead of saying, you need to rebalance your portfolio, I just go, oops. And instead of saying you need a financial plan, I just simply say, bend over. You know, but seriously, I miss the old days, you know, when we were masters of the universe. We could seduce women with just words and phrases. It was just so easy. I mean, I used to be able to walk up to a woman, look her in the eye, and just say, Goldman Sachs. And her hair would shake. She'd get a shiver. Then I would whisper in her ear very quietly, managing director. And boom, her nipples would get hard, a bead of sweat would come down. She'd lick her lips, then the coup de grace. I'm getting my bonus next week, and boom, she's under the table. But listen, enough of that, enough of the finance stuff. Let me tell you a little bit about me. Contrary to what I just said, I'm happily married. I have no girlfriends. I wear my wedding band most of the time. I have no Ashley Madison or Tinder accounts in my own name. I might have one in your name. But I do have one vice, I admit it. At work, I surf for women on LinkedIn. Seriously, I have a whole method, I have a whole plan of doing it. What I do is I type in administrative assistant, Brazil. And it's incredible. I get pages and pages of beautiful women. I connect with them, I connect with their friends, and before you know it, I have a virtual harem of beautiful Brazilian women. And if my wife catches me, I just say, I'm not cheating, I'm networking. It's really simple. Now, you know, speaking of marriage, I believe that every marriage needs challenges. You have to challenge a marriage to make it step up. So every year, my wife and I, we go to one of these all-inclusive resorts in Jamaica, you know, 16 restaurants, 5 pools, everything free. The most boring fucking places in the world, I'm telling you. The most exciting thing there is whether or not you're gonna get a chair by the pool in the morning. I said, if you're not up by 5 a.m., done. There's no chairs. There's no chairs there. But in this particular resort, right next door is a place called Hedonism. All naked. And you know, for years, it's just kind of like been calling me like that tractor beam in Star Trek, and I want to go there. I really want to go there. So I said to my wife, why don't we do an all-nude vacation? She looked at me and said, no Spanx, no thanks. And I said, I got to do it. I said, I really, really want to do it. So I said to her, we really need to go on this vacation. You don't need any luggage. Still no. Still the answer is no. But finally this year, she gave in a little bit and she agreed to a day pass there. Just little baby steps, but it's a start. So next day, there we were at the gates, no clothing allowed, and took everything off and we went in. And I'm not gonna give you too many details of what went on there, but it was crazy. It was crazy. it was like the Lexington Avenue subway in the pool, people packed in naked. The hot tub had stuff going on in there that I couldn't even imagine. There was stretch marks, boobs, circumcised, uncircumcised. Guys had things between their legs that I never even saw, like a rusty faucet. And in the midst of all this, I came to the realization that it's very important that I go back there again without my wife. Just want a quick couple of topical things I want to talk on. Let's talk about the election. This is a big election coming up, and I'm kind of perplexed on who to vote for. On one side, we have Donald Trump, rich, speaks his mind, hot Slovakian wife, a really, really good role model for me. Then on the other side, we have Hillary Clinton, intelligent, experienced, and a woman who forgives her husband for multiple affairs. A great role model for my wife. So I was kind of thinking, if Hillary were to be elected president and I get caught cheating, I would just say to my wife, honey, cut it out and act presidential. So, listen, I just want to leave you with one thing. There's all this talk about the transgender bathrooms and use, and I want to say it right up now. I have no problem with anybody using any bathroom, any transgender thing here. But I will make one thing very, very clear. I will never date a woman with a bigger dick than mine. Thank you all very, very much. KennyG out.